Right now, time for some sport. And the new NBA season tips off later on Tuesday, with the Boston Celtics looking to defend their crown. But all eyes will be on a remarkable father and son story at the LA Lakers, where the legendary LeBron James is set to play alongside his son, Bronny. Ahead of the new campaign, BBC Sport Africa's Celestine Karoney caught up with another Lakers legend here in Nairobi, five-time NBA champion Derek Fisher, to chat about what lies ahead and Africa's continuing influence on the league.
It's so important to show young people that we care. For me, specifically through the game of basketball.
Derek Fisher is a basketball hero, but now he's got his eye on the next generation, working with NBA Africa to develop talent on the continent.
I think it's important that not only is talent exported to other places, NBA, etc., colleges and universities maybe in the U.S., but also making sure that we're developing young talent right on the continent, and that every great player doesn't necessarily have to leave in order to be seen.
Since Nigeria's Hakeem Olajuwon became the first African to play in the league in 1984, the NBA has invested a lot of money into its hunt for stars in Africa, and with good reason.
10% of NBA players were either born in Africa or have one parent that was born in Africa, including some of our very best players. Two of the last three most valuable players in the NBA were African. Joel Embiid from Cameroon and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian roots.
But the NBA's investment in Africa is yet to bear fruit on its balance sheet. Projects like the flagship Basketball Africa League are yet to turn a profit after 4 seasons.
The measure of success for us is, one, first of being known as a league. The second measure for us is getting more countries participate and more teams participate. Do we expect to make money? Obviously, this is a business, we shall make money, but we're in year 4 and we expect it to be here, which is investing in all the things to grow in a sustainable way over a long time.
One league that has really taken off in recent years is the Women's NBA, or WNBA for short. It has similar number of players with direct ties to Africa, and Fisher, who previously coached WNBA team, the LA Sparks, believes it's important to shout about those links.
Yes, great African-born NBA players we've celebrated and talked about for many years, but let's start talking about and celebrating great African-born WNBA players as well.
Every clinic that we have, we make sure there's parity. There's 50% girls, 50% boys, and we see potential. And that potential for us is going to mean that we're going to have girls also playing basketball professionally.
The WNBA season doesn't get underway until next year, but the NBA tips off this week. History will be made with the first ever active father-son duo. 39-year-old LeBron James, a 4-time NBA MVP, will line up alongside 20-year-old Bronny James for Fisher's old team, the LA Lakers.
LeBron and Bronny are two separate individuals, but obviously share one name. It's exciting. I think we should all just be thankful that we're getting a chance to see it because of LeBron's long-term greatness.
These aspiring ballers hope one day to emulate the likes of Bronny James. With a recent promise to build 1,000 new courts in Africa over the next decade, that dream will be made easier as long as the NBA keeps up its current levels of investment in Africa. Celestine Karoney, BBC, Nairobi, Kenya.